Number one of the steepest trike roads in the world is in Dunedin, New Zealand. This road is 161 meters long, and the angle of the elevation from the bottom of the road to the top is 16.3 degrees. Label the diagram with the given values for the road length and the angle of elevation. So this is 16.3 degrees and this road is 161. Find the vertical change in height from the bottom of the road to the top. So the vertical change equal 161 times sine 16.3 degrees. You calculate, the result is 45.187 or 45.2 meters. Next question. The scores on a test out of 7 points for 220 students are shown in the following table. Find the mean and standard deviations of these test scores. Give your answers correct to 4 significant figures. So I would like to add 3 more rows. So I'm gonna clean this area first. Okay. If this row is X and this row F, so I would like to add F times X, 11. This is 48. This is 78, 140. This is 305. This is 258, and this is 140. And if you calculate, the result is 980, while F is 220. And next, X squared, 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49. And then F times X squared, 11 times 1, 11, 24 times 4, 96, and the next 234, now 560, 1525, 1548, and then 980. And if you calculate all, Fx squared, 4954. Now for the question A, wait, question A, you're gonna find mean 980 over 220, and this is 4.4545 on, or 4.455, like that. While for the standard deviation, you're gonna using this formula, sigma fx squared divided by sigma f minus mu or mean squared. This is 4,954 over 220 minus 4.4545 on squared, and the result is 1.63560, round off 1.636. B, the scores are multiplied by 10. Write down the new mean and standard deviation. The new mean If multiply by 10, it means 10 times 4.45, 45 on 44.5454, so on, and it is 44.55. The new standard deviation, 10 times 1.63560. It is 16.356 or 16.36. Yeah. See, question. After the scores have been multiplied by 10, 30 points are added to each of them. Write down the new mean and standard deviation. After multiply by 10, added 30. So the new mean 44.5454 plus 30. After this is multiplied by 10 and plus 30 becomes 74.5454, round up 74.55, and the new standard deviation remains 16.356. So 16.36. The standard deviation remains the same, 16.356, because if you're adding a constant number to each data point, it is not affect for the spread of data. Okay. So that's why the standard deviation is still 16.356. Tickets to enter a theme park are priced at $8 for adults and $3 for children. A school group of 6 adults and 50 children paid a total of $1,292. A family of 2 adults and 3 children paid a total $130. Write down 2 equations that represent this information. The first equation is 6A 50C equal 1,292. So 6A plus 50C equal 1,292. And the second equation, 2A plus 3C equal 130. 2A plus 3C equal 130. This is option A. Hence, find the price of an adult ticket, a child ticket. So we are going to find A how much, C how much. Right. I need more space. Fine. Using this two equation, 6A plus 50C equal 1,292. This is 2A plus 3C, 130. I would like to eliminate C because we will find A. Eliminate C times 3 times 50. So it becomes 18A plus 150C equal 3,376. And this is 100A plus 150C equals 6,500 minus 0 becomes minus 82A minus 2,624. So A equal minus 2,624 over minus 82, and the result is 32. This is A, and this is part 1. Part 2, we're going to find C, so substitute A equals 32 into this equation. To A, 2 times 32 plus 3C equal 130. Need more space. So it's going to be 64. 130. So it means it can determine C. C equal 130 minus 64 is 66 divided by 3, 23. And part C. See the question. Rounded to the nearest thousand, there were 101,000 visitors at the theme park last year. Write down the lower bound for the number of visitors last year. So lower bound equal 101,000 minus 500 equal 100,500. So next question. Consider the following triangle ABC such that AB 35, BC 36, and CA 42. Find the value of angle CAB. Find the area of triangle ABC. Right, for question A, cosine angle CAB equals 35 squared. That's 42 squared minus 36 squared. Divided by 2 times 55 times 42. 1,693 divided by 2,940, and the result is 0.57585, so on. And then for angle CAB equal arc cosine or cosine to the power minus 1 of 0.5758, so on, and the result is 54.8407 on off 54.8 degrees, or in radians, this is 0.9571 radians, or it is 0.957 radians. Next question, find the area of triangle ABC. Area equal 1/2 times 42, 35, sine 54.84 on. And if you calculate, the result is 600.903 out of 601 centimeters squared. Next question, number 5. The total cost CD in Canadian dollars CAD to hire a bicycle for the days from Pedal Paradise is given by the function. This is the function D greater than or equal 3. The total cost includes a fixed charge to hire both a helmet and a repair kit. the repair kit. State in context what the values 60 and 10 represent. Uh, 60 and 10 and 10 represent. Writing here. So 60 is represent of the cost per day to hire bicycle, while 10 is the fixed charge, to hire a helmet and repair kit. Next question B. Calculate the cost of hiring of a bicycle for 5 days. The function is CD equals 60D plus 10. So if 5 days, it means 60 times 5 plus 10 equal 310 Canadian dollars. Hema hires a bicycle from Pedal Paradise. Write down the minimum number of days she can hire the bicycle. C. The problem states that D, that days greater than or equal 3. So the minimum days is 3, or at least 3 days. So the minimum number the minimum number minimum number days HEMA can hire the bicycle is 3 days. Okay. Next D. Given that, wait, okay, given that C power minus 1 inverse, yes, is 1 inverse C 1270 equal K. Find the value of K. So we need to find the inverse function first. If CD 60D plus 10, so we have to set 60D equals C D minus 10, and D equal 1 over 60 CD minus 1 over 6, because 10 divided by 60. And it means the inverse of this function, inverse of CD, is 1 over 60 D minus 1 over 6. So if D 1270, it means 1 over 60. And I would like to scroll down first. Okay. It multiplied by 1270 minus 1 over 6. And it is, if you calculate 126. The 6 equal 21. So K, okay, K equal equal 21. This is K. K equal 21. This is the solution. Number 6. Radioactive carbon is material that decays over time. The mass empty in nanograms of radioactive carbon in a fossil of a plant after T years can be modeled by the function where T is the time since the plant died. Write down the initial mass of the radioactive carbon. Okay, so the function is mg equal 120 e power minus 0.000121 t. So the initial mass correspond to the mass when t equal 0. So when this t equals 0, it becomes 120 e. If this t equals 0, 120 e to the power 0, and e power 0 equal 1, so it is 120 nanograms. B. Find the mass of radioactive carbon after 20,000 years. So when T equals 20,000, so M 20,000 equal E power of 120. I mean 120 times E to the power 120 E power minus 0.0000121 times 20,000. And it becomes 120 e power minus 2.42. And if you calculate, the result is 120 times e power minus 2.42 is 0.0889. It is 10.6705 or 10.7 nanograms. If t equals 20,000, calculate the smallest number of complete years it takes for more than half the sample to decay. And it was space. See, half of initial mass, it means 120. The initial mass is 120 divided by 2 equal 60 nanograms. The mass of the radioactive carbon is less than half of the sample, so it means Mt equal 120 e power minus 0.0000121 t. It is less than 60. This one. Okay, so it means e power minus 0.0000121 t less than 60 divided by 120. It is 1/2. So based on the learn rule, we can write in that minus 0.0000121 t. Learn e less than ln 1/2. This. So ln E equal 1. So minus 0.0000121t less than ln 1/2 is minus 0.69314 on. So t greater than or equal, because this is minus, greater than or equal this number divided by this number, and the result is 5,728.489. I need more space. So t greater than 5,729, like that, because it's going to be 5. So the smallest number of complete years is this one, 5,000, 5,729 years here. Years. So this is the answer. T equal, okay, not better if this equal. So be equal. Okay. Not the, but the smallest number. Sorry, the smallest number. The smallest number of complete years based on the question. Okay, this one. So this 5,729 years. And next question. The mass of W, the mass W of man's cats is normally distributed with, 4.5 kg and a standard deviation 0.5 kg. A man's cat is selected at random. Calculate the random probability this cat's mass is more than 3.5 kg. Okay. Standardize the value using Z-score formula. We need to find first, that is x minus mu over the standard deviation. So Z equal 3.5 minus 4.5 over 0.4. It is minus 2.5. And then find the probability corresponding to Z equal minus 2.5 by calculator, or you can using your Z table. And the cumulative probability for Z equal minus 2.5, the cumulative probability the cumulative probability for Z equal minus 2.5 is 0.00621. Again, you can determine this number through calculator or through your Z table. So as we continue, the probability of W greater than 3.5, it is 1 minus the probability W less than 3.5. This 1 minus 0.00621, and it is 0.99379 on off 0.994. So next question, P. The following curve represents this distribution. It's known that P W less than A equals 0.1 and P W greater than B equal 0.1. Find the value of A, the value of B. Second one, given that the probability W less than A for 0.1, so the cumulative probability for 0.1, the cumulative probability, okay, is minus 1.2816. You can determine this this number through calculator or C table. Next, C equal B minus mu over standard deviation. And sorry, it is A. And it's determine A minus 2.5 divided by 0.4 equal Z table, that's 1 minus 1.2816. So it means A equal uh, A equal 4.5 minus 0.4 times this number is 0.51264, and it is 3.9873 or 3.89. Wow. And after that, part 2, we need to we need to find B. So the probability that W greater than B, according to the information, is 0.1. Or we can state that probability W less than B equal 1 minus 0.1. It is 0.9. And the cumulative probability of this one for 0.9 number is positive 1.2816. So Z equal B minus mu over standard deviation. So B minus 4.5 over 0.4, Z table is 1.2816. So we can determine B equal 4.5 plus 0.51264, and it equal 5.0126 or 5.01. This is B, this is A. Next question, C. Two men's cats are selected at random from a large population. Find the probability that they both have a mass less than 3.5 kg. Less than 3.5 kg. Okay. So I think we need more space. It's okay. From part A, we got that probability W less than 3.5 equals 0.00621. So when two cats are selected independently, the probability that both cats have mass less than 3.5 kg, we can writing as probability both cats less than 3.5 equal probability W less than 3.5 multiply the probability W less than 3.5, and it is 0.00621 multiply 0.006 1. And the result is 0.0000386 or 3.86 times 10 power minus 5. So is the number 8. On the 1st January, in a particular year, Eva invests $25,000 in a new bank account. The account earns 5% simple interest on the original $25,000. At the start of its subsequent year, the amount in the account at the start of each year from an arithmetic sequence. An arithmetic sequence. One. Find the common difference of the sequence. Or we are going to find D. One. Right. So the common difference or D is interest equal interest per year. So it equals 25,000 and 0.05 equal $1,250. But and B, after K complete years, the amount in Eva's account will be greater than $44,000 for the first time. Find the value of K. So we need to use the general formula for the amount of. I would like to using AK equal A1 plus K minus 1 times the common difference. So it's going to be AK equal 25,000 plus K is 1 times 1,250. And we want to find the value of K when AK greater than 44,000. So AK is this one, this expression is AK. So we can write in 25,000 plus K minus 1 to 700,000, 1,250 greater than 44,000. So K minus 1 times 1,250 greater than 44,000 minus 25,000, and it is 19,000. So K minus 1 greater than 19,000 divided by 1,250. Now move here. So K minus 1 greater than 15.2. So it means K greater than 15.2 plus 1, it is 16.2. So we can determine that K equal 16, the smallest integer. Next question. 9. The records at a driving school show that 55% of students passed their driving test on their first attempt. A group of 20 students take their driving test for the first time. As part of its quality control, the driving school uses the model X by the binomial distribution 20 and 0.55, where X is the number of students who pass the driving test. Calculate mean of X, variance of X, mean and variance. Okay, part 1. Mean of a binomial distributions formula is mu equal, it is mean, mu n times p. So it means if mu x, mean of x, it is 20 because n equals 20 times the probability is 0.55 and it is equal 11. Part 2. The variance formula equal n times p times 1 minus p or times q. Q is 1 minus p. So it is variance x 20 times 0.55 times 1 minus 0.55. And if you calculate, the result is 4.95. Next question, B, part 1. Find the probability that exactly 14 students pass the test. Fewer than 5 students pass the test. Exactly 14 students. So we use probability formula that probability x equal k equal the combination and k, the probability power k, 1 minus p or q, n minus k. So the probability if x equal 14, it is the combination 20 students, and this is 14, 0.55, k is 14 times 1 minus 0.55 is 0.45. Okay. Power 6 because 20 minus 14 is 6. And through calculator, you can see your calculator, you can find this number 0.074599 or round off 0.0746. So, and part 2, if less than 5, so the probability x less than 5, it means this is the probability x equals 0 plus the probability x equal 1. Continue until the plus the probability x equal 4. Yeah, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, because less than 5. And by calculator, you can find that the result 0.00153 round off 0.00153. Okay, what else? State one assumption that the driving school makes in using this model. So my assumption is the outcomes of the test are independent of each year, of each other. I mean, sorry. So, number 10. When Daniel retires, he invests $400,000 in an annuity fund that earns interest at a nominal rate of 4.5% per year, compounded monthly. Daniel then withdraws $3,600 at the end of every month to pay for his living expenses. Find how much is in the annuity fund after 5 years. We can using the future value of an annuity formula. The formula V equal PV, present value is 1, 1 plus I power n minus pmt times 1 plus I power n minus 1 over I, which I is 4.5% over 12 because 1 year consists of 12 months. So it is 0.00375. Now substitute informations on this into this equation, this formula. So the final value becomes 400,000 minus 1 plus I equals 1, 0.00375. Power n is 60, 5 years equals 60 months, minus 3,600, 1 plus 0.00375, power 60 minus 1 divided by 0.00375. And if you calculate, the result is $238,994. Okay. Or you can round off becomes 259. And this is 50, not 30, $50,000. Okay, calculate how many times Daniel is able to make these withdrawals. So we are going to find n using the formula for the number of periods in an annuity. Using this formula, n equal log pmt over pmt minus 1 over 100 pv divided 1 plus I over 100 log minus 3,600 or minus 3,600 minus 0.00375 over log 1 plus 0.00375. And if you calculate this, the result is 144 months. Next question. 11. A fair game is played where points are set at a score as follows. A win score W points, a draw scores 0 points, a loss scores minus 5 points. Let X be the number of points scored during a game. The probability distribution is shown on this table by the value of P. Based on the information on this table, we can find the value of P. The sum of the probabilities in any probability distribution, in these table distributions, it must equal 1. So it means the probability X equal W, plus the probability X equals 0, plus the probability X equal minus 5 equal 1. So this is 0.25, 0.4 plus P equal 1. So P equal, scroll down first, okay, P equal 1 minus 0.25 minus 0.4. And the result is 0.35. Find the expected number of losses. Wait, I would like to see the information. The game is played 60 times. Okay. And find the expected number of losses. So the expected number of losses equal 60 times the probability x equal minus 5. So 60 times 0.35 equal 21. So the expected number of losses is this one, 21. Calculate the value of W given that the game is fair. If the game is fair, it means the expectation should be 0 or 0. And we're going to using the formula that EX equal W times PX. W 0 times probability X plus 0 minus 5 times probability X equal minus 5. W, this probability is 0.25. This is 0. And it's 1 minus 5 times 0.35. And based on this information, that it should be 0. That's 0. So we can writing that W 0.25 W equal 5 times 0.35, 1.75. So W equal 1.75 divided by 0.5 equal 7. Next question. 12. Consider the curve y equal 4x cubed minus 2x squared. Find dy dx. Okay. So we can writing this equation equal 4x cubed minus 2x power minus 2. That means dy dx is 12x squared plus, because minus 2 times 2, 4x power minus 3, or dy dx equal 12x squared plus 4 over x cubed, like this. Write down the gradient of the curve at x equal 1. Gradient we can get through the first derivative of this function. So derivative of this function is this one, A already, now B. Okay. So when x equal 1, so the derivative or the gradient using the derivative is 1, 12 times 1 squared plus 4, 1 power minus 3. 12 plus 4, because 1 power minus 3 equal 1, it is 16. So the gradient is 16. Hence, find the equation of the normal to the curve at x equal 1. Okay, the normal, we need to find the normal gradient first. And gradient of normal times this gradient or minus 1, because perpendicular. So M normal times 16 equal minus 1. So gradient of the normal line is 1 over 16. So that we're going to find the coordinate point. According to information that x equal 1, substitute x equal 1 into the equation y equal 4 times 1 cube minus 2 times 1 power minus 2. And it equal 4 minus 2 equal 2. So the coordinate point is x comma y, so 1 comma 2. Now the equation, this is x1, this is y1, and this is the gradient. Y minus y1 equal m x minus x1. So y minus 2 equal m minus 1 over 16 x is 1. So it's going to be y minus 2 equal minus 16x plus 1 over 16. So y equal minus 1 over 16x plus 1 over 16 plus 2. Y equal minus 1 over 16x. 16 times 2 is 32 plus 1, 33. So 33 over 16. This is the equation. Next question. 13. A type of bacteria reproduces by dividing in 2 every minute. Dividing becomes 2 in every 10 minutes. There were 1,250 bacteria in a colony 10 minutes after the start of an experiment. The following table is used to estimate the number of bacteria UN for this colony. The values of UN form the terms of a sequence. This is a table. Complete the table by adding the 2 missing values. So we need to find this number and this one as well. Okay. So from the pattern, from the information, we observe that each time the number of bacteria doubles. So it means 2,500, it is from 1,250 times 2. Look this table. So 5,000 from 2,500 times 2 and 2,500 from 1,250 times 2. So this times 2 becomes this one. This times 2 becomes this one. Now, so it means the bacteria are doubling for every 10 minutes, according to the information. Now, for n equal 9, it is at 90 minutes. Okay, the number of bacteria, it is 1,250 times, look the pattern. Okay, it's 1 times 2 times 2 times 2, so it's going to be 1,250 times 2 power n power n minus 1, because at here 1250 times n power 0. This is one n power 1. Okay, and this one n power 2. Okay, so 2n, I mean, this is times 2 times n, this is times 2n, so it's going to be writing that for n 2 power 8 like this, because n minus 1. So it means we can writing the for n equal 9 is this one, 1250 times 2 power 8, or if you calculate this is 320,000. Now how about if n equal 10k, 10k minutes? Okay, for n equal k or 10k minutes, so it means 1250 times 2 power k minus 1. Okay, if n equal 9, it's 2 power 8. 9 minus 1. If n equal k, it means 2 power k minus 1. So it's going to be, you can calculate this. If you calculate, it is 625 times 2 power k. So the result is here in this column. In this column, this is 1250 times. This is 2 power k minus 1. Or you can writing also this is 625 times 2 power k. Yeah, it's the same. All right, next. As the number of bacteria increases from 1,250 to 2,500, the total number of bacterial deficients is 1,250. Okay, find the value of n when the number of bacteria is 1.28 times 10 power 6. Equal 1. So 1,250 times 2 power n minus 1 equal, according to the information, 1.28 times 10 power 6. So we can write it becomes 2 power n minus 1 equal 1.28 times 10 power 6 divided by 1,250. So 2 power n minus 1 equal 1,024. Or 2 power n minus 1 equal 2 power 10. It means n minus 1 equal, this is n, sorry, equal 10. Okay, so it means n equal 10 plus 1. So n equal 11. Part 2. Question. Hence, or otherwise find the total number of bacterial deficients as the number of bacteria increases from 1,250 to 1.28 times 10 power 6. Give your answer correct to the nearest 1,000 bacterial deficient. So 1.28 times 6 power times 10 power 6 minus 1,250. If we convert this number, becomes 1,000,000. 1,280,000 minus 1,250. And if you calculate the result, it's 1,000. It's 1,000,000. 1,278,750. Yeah. So this the result, or it is 1,279,000. This the result.